So your child's just been diagnosed with autism. Maybe it's something you've suspected for a while. Maybe it's come as a shock. Maybe it's been a long road to get here. But now you're probably wondering, what happens next? Do I tell my child? Do I tell the school? Do I need therapy for them straight away? What does this mean for our family? If you're sitting with more questions than answers right now, you're not alone. This video is going to walk you through the first steps after diagnosis. First, take a breath. A diagnosis doesn't change who your child is. They're still the same child that you love and that you know better than anyone else. What it does change is the way the world understands them, and it can open doors for support, funding, and opportunities that weren't there before. And let's be clear, autism is a spectrum, a big spectrum. Every autistic person is different. Some young people need support every day. Others are thriving academically but struggle socially or with anxiety. The diagnosis is a tool to help people understand them better, not a box to limit them. And let's be real, parents also go through a lot of emotions here. Some feel relief, finally having an answer. Others feel grief or guilt or fear about the future. Whatever you're feeling, it's valid and it's normal. You don't have to push the feelings aside, but you don't have to stay stuck in them either. This diagnosis is a good step forward. One of the first questions parents ask after an autism diagnosis is, should I tell my child? I teach kids that everyone's different. These conversations naturally come to talking about their own individual differences. My personal view is, yes, you should tell them they're autistic. The how and when, that's personal. But waiting until your child notices these differences or starts asking questions, I think is the best approach. Focus on their unique strengths and needs. Explain it in a way that's age appropriate, positive, in a matter-of-fact kind of way. Autism's never something to hide. Here's what's important to keep in mind. 1. Not all conversations should include your child early on. Parents need safe, adult-only spaces to process their own feelings and questions without impacting on the child's confidence or self-image. 2. When you do tell them at a point where you feel they're developmentally ready, keep it strengths-based and affirming. Say things like, autism explains the way their brain works, why they might notice some things that other people don't, or why some situations may feel harder. It's part of who they are, not something's wrong with them. 3. Telling them protects against masking. Kids who understand and accept who they are less likely to feel like they need to pretend to be someone else, which the research tells us can be exhausting and damaging over time. If we can frame things the right way, many children feel relief. It gives them a language for their experience and permission to be themselves. The next step is deciding who else needs to know. School. Teachers can make adjustments, but only if they know what your child needs. A diagnosis can unlock learning support, accommodations, and sometimes funding. Professionals. Your GP, pediatrician, or allied health professionals. Family. Sometimes it helps grandparents or other relatives understand behaviours that were confusing or even they were judgmental about before. You don't need to tell everyone, but share it where it helps your child feel supported and understood. Now, what supports are available? A diagnosis can be one of the first steps in applying for funding, which can support therapies, early intervention, mentoring, parent coaching, and more. School planning. Ask about a personalised learning plan or other documented adjustments, whatever they're called in your jurisdiction. And a quick caution, don't feel like you have to sign up to everything all at once. Start where your child needs the most support and build gradually. Too much therapy too soon can actually create more stress than progress. Also, be mindful of that internet rabbit hole. It's easy to get lost in conflicting advice. Stick to reliable, evidence-based strategies first. Not every strategy you read online is going to fit your child. Autism isn't just about your child, it shapes your whole family's journey. You'll need support too. That might be in the way of a parent support group, a trusted friend, or professional coaching. And it helps to remember the positives. Many autistic kids grow up to be incredibly creative, resilient, insightful adults. They often bring unique strengths: honesty, focus, pattern recognition, creativity. Your child's future is not limited by this diagnosis. With the right supports, they can thrive. Here's a simple roadmap to help guide you. Understand your child's strengths and challenges. Decide when and how you're going to talk to your child. Share the diagnosis with the school so they can plan for adjustments. Explore funding options like the NDIS. Connect with professionals that you really trust. Find support for yourself as a parent. Even taking one of these steps this week is good progress. If you'd like more support, I've linked the free resource below to help get started with the NDIS. And if you'd like to talk one-on-one with me, you can book a free discovery call, link in the description. You don't have to figure this out on your own, and neither does your child. I'll see you next time.